Boys, good morning.
Good morning, Father.
Okay, we will continue with our study of Merchant of Venice, Act 3, Scene 2. Yesterday we have begun this scene, and it is taking place in the house of Portia, and therefore,
Belmont.
in which place?
Belmont.
Belmont. So the conversation is going on between Portia and Bassanio. And for Bassanio, this is a lifetime chance, a rare chance for him. He has been dreaming for this chance, and by all means he wants to marry Portia, not just for her wealth alone, but also for her heart, for her love. And so he has come all the way from Venice. And many people have come from all over in order to try their luck with Portia. Now we have seen already Bassanio is on the scene, on the stage, and he is a bit doubtful. He says the treason of mistrust, lack of confidence is the reason for him to be a little worried. The rattling that he has got, the rack, you have heard the word rack yesterday. Rack is rattling, that unsettled type of disposition or agony or torture, the pain, interior pain and the anguish, the modern word we can say anguish, that he is feeling because of his doubt. The doubt is whether he would win Portia or not. That's his problem. So he wants to try, go ahead and try, but Portia loves him so much, his company is so enjoyable, and therefore she was telling, tarry, wait, please wait a few days, and later on we have heard, wait even a month or two before you make up your mind to take the casket. That's where we are. Okay, now 41, Portia. So curtain is drawn from before the caskets. Until then, on the stage, caskets were there, but then curtain was covering them. Now that small curtain that has been covering the caskets is opened now. And Portia speaks, away then I am locked in one of them. If you do love me, you will find me out. Nerissa and the rest stand aloof. Let music sound while he doth make his choice. Then, if he lose, he makes a swan-like end, finding in music that the comparison may stand more proper. My eyes shall be the stream, and watery deathbed for him. He may win. And what is the music then? Then music is even as the flourish when true subjects bow to a new crowned monarch. Such it is as are those dulcet sounds in break of day that creep into the dreaming bridegroom's ear and summon him to marriage. Now he goes, when he less presents with no less presence, but with much more love than young Alcides, when he did redeem the virgin tribute paid by howling Troy to the sea monster. I stand for sacrifice, the rest aloof are the Dardanian wives with bleared visages, came forth to view the issue of the exploit. Go, Hercules, live thou, I live, with much, much more dismay. I view the fight than thou that makest the fray. It's all full of poetry, full of references to the mythology, and full of emotion. And what is the emotion? Portia is a little sorry that he is taking this ventures too soon, and she is afraid. There is a sort of tension within her if he makes the wrong choice. So she is like the person who is tied down as the victim to be eaten up by the sea monster. Portia is the person who is tied down, who is readily available for the sea monster to eat. What is the story behind the sea monster? We will hear. So away, we are coming back to line 41. Away then, okay, you give way, you all move back. So lots of people are there. They must make way for Bassanio to move to the caskets, and so she says, away then, okay, you make way for him, make space for him. I am locked in one of them. So there are caskets, 3 caskets, and she says, I am locked, I am boxed, I am inside in one of these 3 caskets. If you do love me, if you really love me, Bassanio, you will find me out. You will find me, or you will pick up the right casket. Nerissa and the rest stand all aloof, away. Aloof means detached actually, but here it simply means stand away, physically, move far, give way. Nerissa and the rest, Nerissa is her own maid, so she is telling Nerissa and all others, all the rest means all others, move, give way. Let music sound. When this is also a sort of swayamvaram, this is also a sort of choosing the bride. The day before the marriage usually is a day of joy, particularly the evening. Lots of music will be played. That has been the custom. In old English custom. And so this is a sort of marriage setting. A person has come to try his luck with Portia, and so music has to be played. The music is played through the widows. All those people who the musicians are like present days. Those days they did not have the cassettes. They did not have the CDs. So people have to physically be present there and play the instruments, and they all play out of the house near the windows, and through the window you get the sound of the blare of the sound, the sound of the music. So let music sound, she says. You play the music, not from the tape recorders, but live music, orchestration. So let music sound while he doth make his choice. While he does make his choice. Doth is Old English style of saying does. Okay, so you play the instruments, let music be played while Bassanio makes his choice. His choice is to pick up one casket. Then if we lose, I pray not, he may lose, and if he lose, he makes a swan-like end. A swan, when it is dying, how does he make a sound? A swan is a big species of duck. You have seen the swans, hamsa. So the swan, when it is dying, it will make a very silent, disappointed sound, and he will make that kind of sound. Then, if he lose, him. Sorry. Then, if he lose, he makes a swan-like end, fading in music. The music will fade, gently fade, disappear. The music will slowly, gently stop, come to an end. So if he loses, the musician will slowly reduce the intensity of the music, and it will slowly die down. That the comparison may stand more proper, so that this comparison between the swan in the water, that will make towards the end of its life, makes a gentle sound before dying, and the musician playing the instrument, and if he is making the wrong choice, Bassanio making the wrong choice, the instrumentation will go gently down. That is the comparison. That the comparison may stand more proper, my eye shall be the stream, my eyes. Eyes will be the stream, the pond. Then, and watery deathbed for him. In my eyes he will die. That is the meaning. Swan that is swimming in the water will die down. Same way, in the eyes, the pond of my eyes, where the eyes are full of water, and in that pond of my eyes, Bassanio will slowly sink. He will die. Metaphorical. So, and watery deathbed for him, he may win. There is a possibility. The other possibility is that he wins. He may win. And what is music then? Then what kind of music must be played? Then music is even as the flourish when true subjects bow. When the subjects are declaring their subjects, means those who are being dictated, those who are the servants, let us say, the servants, when they declare their obedience to the king, a majestic blare of sounds will be played. Loud music will be played with clarinet or bass. So that kind of music will be played. Then the music is even as the flourish when true subject bows to a new crowned monarch. When the new prince or the new king is newly crowned, it is a joyous occasion. And what kind of atmosphere will be there? Everybody will be celebrating. So a music that is appropriate to that moment of celebration, that will be played. Such it is as are those dulcet sounds. That music will be similar to some dulcet sounds. Dulcis. Dulcis in Latin means dulci. Dulcet. Dulcet comes from dulci. Dulci means sweet. Sweet. Dulci. So dulcet means sweet, melodious. Such it is as are those dulcet sounds in break of day. Break of day, daybreak, morning. At morning is again a joyous occasion where the birds are all happy, they are chirping, and it's all very pleasant, nice breeze. And so the music will be very enjoyable time. So just like that sweet sounds that announce the coming of the morning, or like those blare of sounds that show the majesty, the power, authority of the newly crowned king, the music will be something depicting those moments of celebration. So if he wins, there will be music similar to a new crowned king or a new beginning of the day, the daybreak, that creep into the dreaming bridegroom's ear. So these sweet sounds of daybreak or the majestic sounds of the blare of clarinet or bass, they will be entering into the bridegroom's ear. The dreaming, the bridegroom is dreaming, he is enjoying. So the sounds will enter into his ear, announcing that he is victorious, he has won, he won the fight, he made the right choice. That creep into dreaming bridegroom's ear and summon him to marriage. So what kind of music to be played? All these dulce sounds, the beautiful music announcing the majestic music, announcing the crowning of the king or announcing the daybreak, the beginning of a new day. That kind of sounds must enter into the ears of the bridegroom. Here the bridegroom is Bassanio. So his Bassanio's ears will receive that kind of music, and it is that music is telling him summoning. Summoning means calling. So the music is calling him to marriage with the bride, Portia. But now what is her position? She is under the bind. She is imprisoned. Now she has to be liberated. Now he goes. So it's all only talking. The reality is not yet happened. Now he goes with no less presence, but with much more love. He is going not without much air of pride or something. He is just walking with full of love. Then young Alcides was a son of Hercules, a Greek hero. He has rescued Hersione. Hersione is a daughter of the king. The story behind this is a Greek mythology story, a story from Greek mythology. Greek mythology has got plenty of stories, like Kasi Majli Kadal, there are plenty of stories in that. Or Panchatantra, you have so many collection of stories. Like that, there are Jataka tales, plenty of story collections are there. Now Greek mythology also is a collection of stories. One story is about Alcides. Alcides is the hero, is the young person who rescues the king's daughter. What happened? That village was by the sea, and every day the sea monster invades the village and eats up lots of people. So it seems one day they came to an agreement. It's not right that every day you attack the village and eat up, take away lots of people, the elders, the youngsters, the children, and you kill them. And then they made a pact, an agreement with the sea monster. And the agreement was, every day one person, one young girl has to be tied to the pole there, and then the sea monster will come and eat up the young girl. Are you all with me?
Yes, Father.
Okay.
Yes, Father.
Yes, Father. Yes, Father.
So the young girl is tied to the pillar by the sea, and then the sea monster is supposed to come and eat up the girl. Every day one girl is selected from the village, and that day, that particular day, the king's daughter was selected. The Troy king's daughter was selected. Her name is Hesione. Her name is Hesione. Her name is Hesione. So when the sea monster came to eat up Hesione, who is tied to the pillar by the beach, the sea monster came, and then Alcides goes and kills the sea monster, and he liberates Hesione, one who is tied up to the pillar by the sea. So the reference that we are reading is to that event. The event where Alcides, the young man of Troy, he goes to the beach, he fights with the sea monster, and then he liberates Hesione, the daughter of the king. The reference for us is Alcides is like the Bassanio, and Hesione is Portia. That is the story, Greek mythology reference there, than young Alcides. So even with more courage than Alcides, Bassanio is heading towards the cascades. For what? To set free, because she is locked up. She is locked up in a box. Her destiny is locked up. Her future is locked up in that box, and he is going. She is locked up like Hesione, who is tied up on the beach to be eaten up by the sea monster. Portia is locked up in the box to be taken over by any monstrous man who happens to pick up the right casket. So that is the reference. So here Bassanio is going with more courage than Alcides to open the box and to set free, to liberate, to set free Portia, who like Hesione is tied up. That's why the boxed, locked up, the word is used. The virgin tribute paid by, then young Alcides, when he did redeem, set free, save, liberate. So when he did redeem the virgin tribute paid by howling Troy to the sea monster, in the mythology, in the myth, the citizens of Troy, they all gathered on the beach to offer this young lady, young virgin from the family of king as a food, as a victim to be eaten up by the sea monster, as a tribute, offering made to the sea monster by Troy, people of Troy. I stand for sacrifice like Hesione, who is tied up to the pillar as a tribute to the sea monster. I stand for sacrifice. I am here standing as a tribute to another monster, any man who picks up. The rest aloof are the Dardanian wives. Who are the Dardanians? Dardanians are Dardanus is the forefather, one who started the kingdom of Troy, one who established the kingdom of Troy is Dardanus. Now Dardanus' children are Dardanian. They are the people of Troy. People of Troy are also known as Dardanians. So Dardanian wives, all the ladies of the kingdom are gathered in that beach to sympathize with this girl who is going to be eaten up by the sea monster. So the rest aloof are Dardanian wives with bleared visages. Visages are faces. Visages are faces. How are those faces? They are bleared, streamed, marked. They are marked by the stream of tears. With the bleared visages, come forth to view the issue of the exploit. What is the exploit? The young girl who is being offered as food to the sea monster. Now, to see how this girl would be dying, people have come to see that. What are they doing? They are all crying on the beach.
Crying.
So, go Hercules, go Hercules. Hercules is supposed to be a very courageous man. Go Hercules. She is telling, Bassanio, go. Live thou, I live, you live. Live thou means thou is the second person singular. In the pronouns, English pronouns, the second person singular, today we use you. But you is both singular and plural. That's why we do not know when we read whether the address is to the all people there or to one person. We find difficult. But in the Old English, there is a pronoun which is called thou. Thou. Thou, that is thou. It simply means singular you. So, she is telling, go Hercules, live thou, I live, you live. Bassanio, you make the right choice and you live. And by your choice, by your right choice, I will live. With much more dismay, I view the flight than thou that makest the fray. With much difficulty, with much sadness, sorrow, I will be viewing your choice. So music is being played while Bassanio comments on the caskets to himself. He is going and seeing the caskets, he is making comments, he is just talking within himself. Then the song, tell me where is fancy bred, or in the heart or in the head, how begot, how nourished, reply, it's endangered in the eyes, with gazing fed, and fancy dies in the candle where it dies. Let's all ring fancy's knell, I'll begin it, ding dong bell, ding dong bell. It's a song being played and all are simply responding, ding dong bell. For the others it is a matter of entertainment. But for both these protagonists, both for Bassanio and for Portia, it is a life and death matter, because if by chance, if they make the wrong choice, they get separated, they lose their love, and then Bassanio can never marry again. All those conditions would apply. So for both the people, it is a tough task. Bassanio, so may the outward shows be least themselves, the world is still deceived with ornament, I'll take a few more minutes. The world is still deceived with ornament. In law, what plea so tainted and corrupt, but being seasoned with a gracious voice, obscures the show of evil. In religion, what damned error, but some sober brow will bless it and approve it with a text, hiding the grossness with fair ornament. There is no vice so simple, but assumes some mark of virtue on his outward parts. How many cowards, whose hearts are all as false as staves of sand, wear yet upon their chins the beards of Hercules and frowning Mars, who inward searched have livers white as milk, and these assume but valor's excrement to render them redoubted. Look on beauty, and you shall see it's purchased by the weight, which therein works a miracle in nature, making them lightest that wear most of it. So are those crisped, snaky, golden locks, which make such wanton gambols with the wind upon supposed fairness, often known to be the dowry of a second head, the skull that bred them in the sepulchre. Thus ornament is but guiled show to the most dangerous sea, the beauteous scarf, veiling an Indian beauty, in a word, the seeming truth which cunning times put on to entrap the wisest. Therefore, thou gaudy gold, hard food for Midas, I will none of thee, nor none of thee, thou pale and common drudge, tween man and man, but thou meager lead, which rather threatenest than dost promised august. Thy paleness moves me more than eloquence, and here choose I. Joy be the consequence. So he's making the choice. Having gone through all the three caskets, he's making choice. Finally, joy be the consequence. Let the joy be the result of my choice. Now, what is he saying in all this? So may the outward shows be least themselves. External appearances, let them be taken in low spirits. That means we must be careful in judging things by external appearances, just by face, by the clothes people wear, or by the shoes they wear, or by the ornaments they wear. We shouldn't judge people. These are all external ornaments. So may the outward shows, all these wearing clothes is a show. Making up the face is a show. The type of ornaments that are worn, these are all show. Just by show of the people, we shouldn't show of the things, we shouldn't be deceived. So may the outward shows be least themselves. The world is still deceived with ornament. With the ornaments, people get deceived. All that glitters is not gold. The bronze also glitters. When it is nicely shined, the bronze also shines. In fact, for a layperson, it is very difficult to identify the gold from bronze. It's very difficult. So may the outward shows be least themselves. The world is still deceived. The world is still cheated by ornamentation. In law, what plea is so tainted and corrupt, but being seasoned with the gracious voice, obscures the show of evil in law, in the court. In the court, even the black is shown as white. But how can black be shown as white? How can evil be shown as the virtue? It's all in the voice that is arguing for. That's why when politicians want to win the cases, what do? They hire the most popular, most influential, and most efficient advocates, lawyers. These lawyers, though they take the high fee, they just make even the worst crime as the best action. The worst crime they will depict and argue as the best action in view of, as a charity, for example. They can show black as white and white as black. They can show a Rakshasa as an angel, a devil as an angel. They can show angel as a devil. It is all their talkative power, their argumentative capacity. So in law, many people get deceived like that by a beautiful voice of the lawyer. He obscures the evil. In religion, it's not only in law, in religion also. In religion, what damned error, but some sober bro will bless it and approve it with a text, hiding the grossness with fair ornament. In religion also, people commit sins, but their sins are declared forgiven by the priest. In religion, what damned error, what worst sin, but some sober bro is eyebrow, sober, gentle, a gentle person of religion, he will simply announce that this damned sin is forgiven by reading a text. That is making the black as white in religion. So in law, things are made, the evil is made as good. Even in religion, evil is made as good. There is no wise so simple, but assumes some mark of virtue on his outward parts. Outward parts make some kind of show depicting the evil as virtue. As stairs of sand, how many cowards whose hearts are as false as the stairs of sand, where yet upon their chins the beards of Hercules and frowning Mars. We'll see tomorrow. I think I'm exceeding time. The other teachers will be waiting. I will come back. Please read the text. It is difficult to understand. It has got lots of references to